guys, Shadowrek here, and Zaya, and there were notes posted for tuning on Weekly Reset. So those will be going live tomorrow, which will be October 7th, Tuesday on North America, October 8th, Wednesday on Europe. And I just want to quickly go over those. Havoc wasn't touched, so no panic. So, it's a pretty short set of notes. I'm only surprised by one of the things in here, and let me just quickly go through them. So, Frost Death Knight, been notoriously good. I mean, Death Knight in general has been notoriously good all expansion, but they got a flat 3% nerf, so just 3% less damage. Pretty sizable, obviously still going to be incredibly good. Don't think it's going to be leaving the top comps, especially because grip is so great, but a 3% nerf really does help bring them in line, so thankful for that. We have Hunter, and BM, specifically Dark Ranger BM, is something that popped up a lot more recently when they made changes to them about a month ago, and they have been massive in both Raid and Mythic Plus. So if you go look at Raid and look at the top of the leaderboards, we're going to see, Marksman and BM. Both of these are playing... Let me go to per second amounts. Both of these are playing Dark Ranger. Both did get nerfed. And in Raid, I want to say this is about a 5% nerf. That does mean that they might just play Pack Leader, though, because it sounds like Pack Leader's kind of close to Dark Ranger. So we'll see exactly what happens here. But in Raid, I think it's about a 5% nerf for BM, probably about 4% or 3.5% for Marksman. In keys for BM, if they're playing Dark Ranger, this is going to be about a 4% damage nerf. Maybe slightly under that. However, again, you do see Pack Leader sometimes. So if I come over here to damage and look at, all dungeons, BM Hunter, specifically this Annie CPT Chinese BM Hunter runs Pack Leader most of the time, it seems. And you can see that they're absolutely slamming on it. So Pack Leader's still going to be good, but Dark Ranger's the one that has like the really aggressively high boss damage, does a ton of priority damage, very good for speeding up a key timer. So I think it was very deserving of the nerf that it got. And yeah, this is going to be coming down about 4% damage, I believe. BM should still be good, but if they do swap to Pack Leader from Dark Ranger, that does make them less tanky, because the defensive node in Dark Ranger is very good, the one in Pack Leader is very bad. So we'll see exactly what happens with them. I think BM Hunter is going to stay incredibly good, but probably not just flat out in every group or anything like that. We're going to get a good amount of viability of specs from here. Arcane Mage got nerfed. This one actually surprises me. So I can pull up Raider IO too. I was under the impression that Arcane and Mythic Plus is not the absolute best. It's obviously got a lot of representation, but I am surprised that it got a nerf. So minus 3% to Arcane Mage. I guess, yeah, no, it is very highly represented here, though, so I can still see why it happened. The other thing is Arcane Mage, Frost Death Knight, Marksman, BM Hunter, top 4 in Raid. So all 4 of these getting a 3 to 4% nerf. Also brings these in line in Raid. Other than that, we just had a Disc Priest buff in Raid. Very, very significant one, actually. A 15% healing buff to Atonement. Outside of Raids, it got the Atonement healings now increased by 75%, was 100%. I believe this makes it net neutral outside of Raids, so shouldn't really matter for Mythic Plus. But in Raids, they got buffed significantly. They were absolutely awful and unplayable. I don't think we're really going to see it there either, but, And other than that, there was just a bug fix for Fatebound Rogue. As far as I know, Rogue is still horrendously bugged and not going to be played. Unfortunate for them. So yeah, for the most part, I didn't really think we were going to see more tuning, to be honest with you. And I didn't expect it to be all nerfs, but I do think this is fair, considering the landscape of Mythic Plus. It's interesting timing, because it's after time trials for MDI, and then now we're going to see different compositions in the cups being played. I think, there was some Arcane Mage being played, definitely some BM Hunter. Frost Death Knight, I'm pretty sure, is in every single group. I don't think Frost Death Knight's going to move. I think BM and Arcane will become a bit less popular. And what this does do for us as Havocs is all 3 of the specs that are considered to be above us got nerfed, including 2 of the ones that, I mean, they all also do very good boss damage and have a lot of gained damage from more targets. So I think this is something where it makes Havoc significantly more enticing to run a Mythic Plus, and we were already in a very good spot. So I'm a little shocked with how the tuning has gone here, but we can definitely be happy. BM Hunter's still going to be very good. Frost Death Knight's still going to be very good, but they're a lot closer to Havoc's overall damage here. Again, Arcane Mage, I'm a little surprised on the nerf too, but I think that was largely focused on raid plus how good their damage profile is. They'll still be fine, but from what I had heard too, we might be seeing a lot of like Elemental Shaman for MDI, and they're going to look even that much more enticing over other specs with BM Hunter, Frost Death Knight, Arcane catching those nerfs. It's possible also to see like Destruction Warlock is very good in certain scenarios. I think Arakara is supposed to be absolutely ungodly for them. So again, just kind of need to wait and see. But in general, I'm happy we got this tuning. That said, until tomorrow comes, I don't know whether or not Havoc is getting that nerf of Cycle of Hatred being fixed. Posted a video about it before. On PTR, it was removing all your stacks of Cycle when a key went in or when a raid boss started. So instead of being able to pre-stack to 4, or not pre-stack and be on 1 stack, which is the default state, it's getting ripped down to 0. So over a key, that loses about an I-beam and a half, which is not significant. Over a raid boss losing an I-beam and a half is very significant. So in raid, Havoc will drop down the meters, I am sure, if that bug fix or whatever you want to call it does come through. I could see Havoc pretty reasonably dropping down to, between Feral Druid and Survival Hunter, not where Alfluck is for Mythic. That's kind of what I would expect to see if that cycle change happens. So we'll see on that. But that is all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have anything to add, feel free to comment in the comments down below. If you want to keep up to date with Havoc or World of Warcraft in general, I'd appreciate a follow on my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.